burnout.
Denny Hamlin takes a lot of grief from really everybody, and I mean, honestly, and he compartmentalizes everything to be able to get in that race car and perform every single time. And I think it's impressive.
I think Artie's right. He's creating our vortex theory.
Couldn't tell if they got to it or not. We know it's official. Obviously, it was 1-2 finish for Hendrick Motorsports. You can't script it any better than that, folks.
Unofficially, 22 cars finish on the lead lap. Some of them pretty well bent up. Not this one. Few battle scars from the way the day went along, and he didn't trigger the big one, but was involved in it. Got turned into Brad Keselowski.
Well, just some advice: I would stay out of the grass. We want to see some burnouts. Please don't get stuck.
He's going to go right out there across Daytona. I don't blame him. That's where I'd want to park it.
Byron had never finished better than 21st in the 500. Scoring Rick Hendrick's 302nd NASCAR Cup Series win. And the 9th for Hendrick Motorsports, tying them with Petty Enterprises. Gets his 2nd Cup career win. His first one came last June at Sonoma.
This is a very popular win. Daniel Suarez, I said it last week in Daytona, he was in that picture at the end of that thing. Boy, was he here again at Atlanta.
Yeah, and this last half a lap was just absolutely.
It's now 2 out of 3 for this young season. Byron at Daytona, Larson in Las Vegas.
I'm fixing to see about a half-mile long burnout.
And Chevrolet continues its string of victories, 3 for 3 in 2024.
They've had quite the season to start with in all 3 divisions here in NASCAR.
Tyler Reddick got within a car length with 2 to go, but could get no closer.
How about that burnout for the fans all the way down?
Second, takes that 5th place. 11 different drivers have gone to NASCAR Cup victory lane for Joe Gibbs. 209 career wins. Their first, Toyota's first of the season. Chevrolet had won all 3 coming in here. They have 8 wins at Phoenix Raceway, 6 different drivers.
It's a good feeling.
When was the last time we had a race finish with just 5 cars on the lead lap?
I don't know, but I love the strategy of all the things that happened, and with the drivers and the teams having to manage the way that their cars were handling, how fast you went. There was way more to it than just hammer down, go as fast as you can go. And those Gibbs cars were fast today.
Well, the other 2 ended up 9th and 10th. They're still learning a little bit.
Fair point.
Denny Hamlin, Chris Gabehart, and their crew. Well, we're shooting off fireworks, but I think we've had 500 laps of them.
Well, I guess there was a little rubber left on there, Clint.
Still burning down on that 11 camp. He had more to give.
A rather unique race in that it was caution-free, except for the stage breaks. Last year at the road course races, they gave stage points but eliminated the stage breaks, brought them back for this year. But otherwise, not an incident-free race, but a full-course caution-free race. No tire fall off, not even on the burnout.
Plenty of fuel, too. It's still wide open.
Yeah, that's a great shot, though, with that drone following that car doing that burnout. Great burnout by William Byron.
Good feeling, too, isn't it, Kevin?
It is a great feeling.
Well, a lot of the credit goes to the men standing on that wall, because on that final green flag stop, they got Byron out first by a good margin.
And needed it. Needed it with Bell closing in on him. We're going to blow the tires off of it. They're melted, Kevin.
I just hope it doesn't catch the mud flaps on fire. Everything just unraveled there.
For Hamlin,
what we just saw.
13th different season with multiple victories, and this is his 5th win at Richmond. For Joe Gibbs Racing, career win 211. 11 drivers account for their wins.
Great day for Joey Logano at 22 car. They needed this in a big way. He told us before the race, thought his car was good, and it was, wasn't it, Kevin?
3-4-8. I think in any league you'd like to be batting 375 at this point in the season.
Hey, I was nervous for him. I was nervous for all of them.
He needs to drive on over there to turn 2 in front of all those employees over there and do that burnout.
They're the ones that brung him.
Last fall at Martinsville, he ran only a handful of laps in the top 10 all day. And here, thanks in part to a pit stop call that got him
I think
the
he's
first
gonna
car in the green flag cycle to pit, and he drives to victory and goes to celebrate in front of the Hendrick faithful outside turn 2.
Oh,
I love it.
put it right in the fence.
Burn it down.
Family has a great heritage in this sport with his father and family and their race teams. And, you know, we've talked about the struggles, but today they have turned it around. These fans have all been waiting for this, and I love the fact that he's doing the Polish victory lap there and waving to those fans.
Well, you said it. He has an army of fans. NASCAR's most popular driver several years in a row. His father was before him. The Elliott name is huge in this sport. And he just answered for him, delivered back in victory lane.
And this becomes the 33rd Talladega Cup race with a last lap pass for the win.
Well, we knew it was going to come down to some of those crazy blocks at the end, and we talked about who needed to win this race.
For the most victories this year.
Had to shut it down, kiss the wall there. Hell of a crowd today. Beautiful day. Can't say enough about our fans. Let's see the second attempt at this burnout, Kev. See if he redeems himself.
He's going to have to go to the Mavis tire shop and get some more tires when he's done, Clint.
That's a pretty good plug there, Kev.
I mean, it says it right on the side of his car.
You're getting better at this. Heck yeah, you got it figured out.
Last corner.
And they came together coming out of turn number 4.
Look at him.
And that may have made all the difference.
He's pumped.
25th career win.
Well, that's what we talked about going into turn 3. It was going to be that cat and mouse game. Buescher left that outside lane open just far enough for that guy.
You don't see that very often
Look
out
at
of him.
this. I love this. An Alan Kulwicki-style Polish victory lap for Kyle Larson.
Proved his worth behind the wheel. Did a great job all day.
This is the second win for Keselowski at Darlington. He's had 21 starts here. And he becomes the first driver to win for the team that he co-owns since Tony Stewart at Sonoma in 2016.
Plenty of tire left.
Joey had his son and his whole crew walk out with him for driver introductions.
He's been waiting for a while to do that burnout. He's getting his money worth tonight.
So many coulda, woulda, shoulda. Look at the 45 of Tyler Reddick. Started at the back, was headed to the front, right there knocking on the door. Brad Keselowski, RFK cars, they continue their speed that they've had and showed first at Kansas Speedway, then to Darlington. Those cars are very fast, but it doesn't matter. It's Christopher
NASCAR on the lead lap. What a heartbreaker.
Think
for the
back to
series
those
champ.
pit stops. Think back to those pit stops and how far ahead he came out of Austin Cindric.
I don't know that they took it all on purpose, trying to get to track position.
That's right.
Bid him. Hey,
Pitted early.
well, I chose a Penske car, but I sure didn't see that coming.
Credited with the lead lap finish. Safety trucks hanging back behind Martin Truex, who could walk across the line faster than that car is rolling right now.
Hey, fastest car that I saw this weekend just won the race, Kevin. After all the stuff that happened, they played their cards right. They had the fastest car in race trim and made it happen today.
Big cheer from the crowd at start-finish as Martin Truex coaxes, wills that car to the start-finish line.
Well, Kyle Larson's done a great job all season. We saw everything that happened in Indy, got his waiver, back in victory lane. Everything is right with Kyle Larson. We saw him beat himself up after Indy, some of the things that happened, but
well, maybe he didn't listen to Dale Inman.
Blame it on the family.
And he parks it right on the corn at the finish line. Today, he does something that we didn't think we'd ever see. After 219 laps, they put wet weather tires on these cars.
And it's still running. Bang. Awesome job.
Oh no. The celebration into the wall. But Alex Bowman's happy. Locked into the playoffs with that move right there. Fans sticking it out here on the streets of Chicago. And Bowman maybe taking a page from SVG. Doing a little drifting around the street course here.
Well, we're learning about the wet weather tires. They don't do a great burnout. Not a lot of smoke with the wet asphalt, but
here in Chicago and using Columbus Drive. This is the reason for all of the tire rubber that you'll see on Columbus Drive. somewhere in there, there he is, Austin Dillon. The fans here at Michigan saw another great race. And we're glad that they stuck around here on a Monday to enjoy it.
An alleged infringement of the double yellow line. Question begs, did he get pushed down there? They're out, this man's in. And by the way the drama continues, the points are in, and Tyler Reddick has won the regular season by one single point.
1 point.
Had hoped, but it certainly went the way that the 22 team of Team Penske hoped.
It's working. I'll take all of them. How's that sound?
Joey Logano, in his 11th playoffs appearance, wins at Atlanta Motor Speedway.
Well, let's relive the battle. It starts on.
And Ty Gibbs missed out by 11. But this man here, 462 of the 500 laps, led by Hendrick Motorsports' Kyle Larson.
Says it can't leave the hauler until the win is official, and I like that. I won't say I'm superstitious, but I'm superstitious enough to agree with that. No celebratory.
I think that worked the way you wanted it to.
Yeah.
That would have been challenging to do that on that much banking.
He's soaking it up. He's going to make the most of it. It's been almost a year since his last victory. Ross Chastain is having some fun with this one.
Moved a car, found the logo in the infield. He was going through, I think, all his partners. Advent Health, Kubota.
Be one of the longest victory burnouts I've seen. Come on, Ross, the watermelon's waiting.
The winner here in Kansas.
The big wreck and eliminated both. I don't hate the strategy at all. I thought it was going to pay off too, Jeff, but in the end, look at the burnout by Stenhouse out the window, rear tires spinning.
knows how to get it done on the big tracks, doesn't he?
Oh, I love it.
Hey, we're on a roll here, by the way. Do you know that Ricky's the 9th different winner in as many races here at Talladega? The variability has been good.
Got in that wreck early in the race, but then that late race wreck kind of saved him a little bit. Easy, Ricky, easy.
Oh, man.
And remember, with you see how tight those points are. Do not forget, the Roval is new this year. There are a lot of changes to it, and there are a ton of unknowns. A lot of drivers have been looking at it, checking it out, and there are some high nerves about what it's going to take to get it done next week to get into the next round of playoffs.
Did our man just climb over the fence and come down the flag stand?
I hope not.
I mean, Ricky.
He's fired up.
I feel like we shouldn't be showing this.
Come on, Ricky. Thanking his guys for believing in him when you had to miss that race. Comes here in the Roval and wins in dominant fashion.
Hendrick Motorsports is about 3 blocks behind this racetrack, so this is a hometown win for sure.
Congrats.
The discipline by Joey Logano to understand, with directions from Paul Wolf, how fast to go over that extended amount of time, and Christopher Bell to be within a half a second of him. Think about that. Think about how that has to be timed out. It couldn't have been done any better.
He started the playoffs with a victory and now confirms his way to Phoenix in the championship 4. Joey Logano wins the South Point 400. Get to the round of 8. Last week, he rolled down the front stretch. And this week, fellas, he's in victory lane.
Either way, we know who won the race.
Joey's third.